We're going to take a look at Lyft here on the daily chart. And this white line right here, this is our previous lower trend line to this wedge. Obviously, we breached it right here back in mid-February, and then we actually broke below it and then confirmed that we did break below that, and that is no longer a major support for us with these past 4 to 5 trading sessions. But we're going to keep this on here as a dotted white line, although we created this new trend line here, this yellow. We're going to keep this white dotted line here because this is going to be more or less a safety line for us, right? So as we're going to continue to see what we're going to look for as we're trading in here, this is going to be a resistance, a safety line for us to say, hey, is this going to still be a spot for us to either get either sell or start shorting from here as we go back to this newer trend line, right? So we're basically butted up right against it right now. We ended the day at 1334. The dotted white line is at 1336. So we're up right against it here as we closed from last week's trading session. So we're going to see, are we going to respect this this white dotted line, or are we going to start to pull back here to the 13s again, and then eventually work our way back down to those 1250s. So that's going to be interesting. We're kind of meeting up right here with the 200 with this 9-day EMA. It's going to get kind of cluttered in here for a couple trading sessions, but we have to see if those 1336s are going to end up being a resistance still, or if it's going to turn into our support going forward as we're working our way up to about the 1420s. So resistance wise, the 1420s above that, we're going to look at the mid 14s. But really, you only have an expected move of 68 cents in here in the next week. So 12, 13, 14, kind of all on the table. Not really expecting a huge move up here to those mid 15s or even up here to the 16s like we had a couple weeks ago. So all in all, basically 68 cents expected move, volume kind of tapering off. RSI, nothing really to worry about in here. Just a little consolidation off of a couple good green days here after that big pullback ever since about the second week of February. So decent in here, but we have to kind of see, are we going to respect the safety line that we now have on as far as it being our resistance, or is it going to be considered our support in here going forward? IV ranking here is at 31.68 expected move, as we mentioned earlier, for this Friday. You go out to March monthlies right around $1.20, and you go all the way out to April about $1.75. Everybody is pricing around for that expected move. So again, 12, 13, 14, all on the table, and we just kind of have to wait and see what these 200, this 9-day EMA is going to have in store for us. And then is this safety line going to be a resistance or a support for us in here going forward? All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.